Hey, this is Ben King, Art of Peace, 6 of 114 stanzas. So, let's begin with one of the senses. Sense of temperature, and also sense of touch, but you gotta remember that air is touching your skin. So, your sense of touch your senses are very intelligent. So, sense of touch is a very rudimentary way of describing a capacity that is essentially infinite in its ability to generate the experience of corporal reality. Corporal reality meaning dealing with the body. So, sense of touch at your ground, you can feel your ground, whether it's your feet or your buttocks or the back of your body, or if you're whatever. You can feel that, but you can tell qualities of the ground. You can tell the temperature of the ground. You can tell the firmness of the ground, the shiftiness of the ground, what the ground is comprised of. If you were sitting on rocks, you could tell the difference between that, and you could tell the difference between sitting on sand. So, let's go with temperature. Sense of temperature. Feel a little bit cold. So you recognize the language, you recognize the word I just said, cold. So you intellectually know that. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift that language into the experience of cold. Because the experience of cold is talking about cold in the present, whereas the idea of cold is talking about cold as its idea, its concept, which may take you into the past, which may remind you of something, or it may take you into the future. Maybe you're going on a backpacking trip and you immediately hear the word cold and you go right away into the future imagination of what your backpacking trip will look like. So I'm trying to describe the present moment, but I've inadvertently just sent you off into idea. So now I'm going to talk about temperature from the perspective of experience, and the way you do that in the moment is describe the quality. So the quality of cold I feel jumps out immediately when I put my mind on it as a pressure fluctuation in my forearms. It feels like there's a pressure on my skin at the top of the forearms. Its epicenter is kind of to the middle of my forearm, and there's it's a super gentle fluctuation, like the way leaves move on a calm day. There's a little fluctuation of pressure that feels like it's going out. It feels like it's going up. It's leaving me. The sensational experience of the chill feels like there's something leaving me, almost like the cold is pulling the heat out. So by me zooming in on that sensational experience, that qualitative sensational experience, and describing qualities that you may be able to relate to, I've helped us participate with each other in the present moment. Now, to make the present moment more personal, your internal experience, we may be sitting together in an environment that we both can feel, but when it comes to our internal environment, only the individual can feel their internal environment. Start at your ground again. Just notice any sensation. Maybe you have a twisted ankle, maybe your toes, maybe you feel motion, whatever. It's the AO, your area of operation, your ground. Now your next area of sensation is your pelvis. So here's one for you. Try shifting around on your pelvis and then reach down with your hand and pull one of your butt cheeks out, and then reach down with the other hand and pull the other butt cheek out, and just kind of reach your butt back and pull the flesh of your buttocks away. Notice what that does to your experience at pelvis. Now go into core. See if you can just start with fabric of clothing at the core. Do something with your hands. It's called mudras. It's where you create a shape with your hand, or create a presentation with your hands and then hold that. From there, see if you can relax your elbows and see if that does anything to your shoulder blades, and see if doing anything to your shoulder blades does anything to your heart space. Now from there, collarbones, tops of the shoulder blades, think of that as the base of your neck. And then your jaw straight back, that's the top of your neck. See if you can get taller in that space by a millimeter. Train your next thoughts on the expansion of inhale and compression of exhale. Again, expansion of inhale. Grow with it, up the spine. Compression of exhale. Tame the mind, train the mind. Tame the mind, train the mind. Form and formless. The idea of tame the mind is just the idea of bringing the mind into present tense. The act of bringing the mind into present tense doesn't have a form. It's infinite. You can, any given moment, you bring your mind to the present tense. It's different than the last moment. Anytime, period. Anytime you bring your awareness into the present is different from the last experience. Now, in Zen, they have this famous quote, "You can never step in the same river twice." It's the same for your being. You're never your same being twice. You can never step into your body the same way twice. You can never experience your being the same way twice. It's always renewing every moment. Every moment is fully expanded and infinite, just like the previous moment. The act of bringing awareness into that moment is the act of bifurcating the experience of the moment between the mind experience, the idea experience, and the body experience. When you bifurcate the experience, it becomes easier to recognize on a consistent basis the ability to bring awareness from idea into experience, and the ability to take experience into the idea. The capacity to do that makes the experience of non-judgmental present tense awareness something different. Something different than thoughts, something different than body. The act of being, the awareness of thoughts, the awareness of body, as opposed to identification with the idea or with the body, lends the experience to the mystery. The mystery. It's a modern way to talk about it. The mystery. There is a mystery to life that no amount of experience and no amount of idea will ever be able to capture. There is no amount of experience, no amount of idea that will ever be able to capture or fully articulate or truly represent the infinite nature of the mystery of life. We can describe pieces, we can give it incredibly sophisticated ideas, but we can never fully articulate it, because you can't articulate it. You have to be it. You have to be it. Combine that with the fact that you never step into the same moment twice, lends itself to an infinity of options. Infinity of options. That's what the next stanza means. The sixth stanza of the Art of Peace reads, "The art of peace functions everywhere on earth, in realms ranging from the vastness of space down to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive, and its strength boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into the tremendous reserve of universal energy."
The art of peace functions everywhere on Earth in realms ranging from the vastness of space down to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive and its strength boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into that tremendous reserve of universal energy. The art of peace functions everywhere on Earth, in realms ranging from the vastness of space down to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive and its strength boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into that tremendous reserve of universal energy.
The art of peace functions everywhere on earth,
In realms ranging from the vastness of space down to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive and its strength boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into that tremendous reserve of universal energy.
The art of peace functions everywhere on Earth in realms ranging from the vastness of space down to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive and its strength boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into that tremendous reserve of universal energy.
The art of peace functions everywhere on earth, in realms ranging from the vastness of space to the tiniest plants and animals. The life force is all-pervasive and its strength is boundless. The art of peace allows us to perceive and tap into that tremendous reserve of universal energy. Man, let me get you educated on this shit. Man, the art of peace functions everywhere on earth. From shit the smallest it could possibly be to fucking the infinity of space. It's all pervasive, meaning its shit is everywhere. And it allows us, bottom line, this is the deep shit. You practice the art of peace, it allows you to perceive that shit. My shit is so big you can't even perceive that shit. You get to perceive it. You get to see the real deal. And then use it. It becomes part of your flow. You become part of its flow. You get to tap into that. And that's fucking infinity. In fucking inity. In fucking inity, mother. King, out.